They don't want you to know this, but there's a mental defense so powerful, it's been quietly buried for years. Not because it's dangerous in a physical way, but because it makes you almost impossible to control. It makes introverts impossible to manipulate. If you've ever been guilt-tripped, pressured into saying yes, or made to doubt yourself by someone louder than you, this is for you. This is not paranoia. It's a hidden mental defense system used by the sharpest minds in history. And it works because your brain is wired differently. Forget loud arguments and aggressive comebacks. This is about quiet, unshakable control. And once you learn this banned brain hack, no one will ever push you around the same way again. You've been told a lie your entire life, that quiet people are easy targets, that if you don't speak up fast, don't fight back loud, and don't dominate the room, you'll always be the one who gets used. Maybe you've even watched someone twist your words, play on your guilt, or pressure you into a decision and thought, why do I always freeze in these moments? And almost immediately, a quiet voice whispers, because you're too soft, too passive, too easy. That's the trap. That's the programming. And it's completely false. They never taught you the truth. Manipulation is not something that happens to weak people. It's something that happens to fast people. People who react before they think. People who answer before they understand. And here's the secret most people miss. Introverts are the hardest people in the world to manipulate once they realize the weapon they already carry. Not loudness, not aggression, but the pause. That small, quiet space between what happens and how you respond. That space is where your power lives, and that's where your advantage begins. Let's be honest. Society never taught you how to defend your mind. It taught you to comply. Sit still, obey, don't question, and don't make a scene. From the earliest age, you were rewarded for going along and punished for pushing back. You were trained to trust authority without checking it, to say yes to keep the peace, and to fear conflict more than you feared being used. For introverts especially, this conditioning ran deep. You learned to avoid friction, to smooth things over, and to put other people's comfort above your own clarity. But that same conditioning hid something important from you. The very thing that made you seem easy to push was actually your greatest strength in disguise. You process deeply. You think before you speak. You notice things other people rush right past. The world mistook your silence for weakness, but silence was never the problem. The problem was that no one ever taught you how to use it. And once you learn how, that quiet mind of yours stops being a target and becomes a fortress. The brain hack you're about to learn is not new. It's ancient, powerful, and quietly used by the calmest and most observant minds in history. But it's been buried because it doesn't fit the world we live in now, a world that runs on speed, urgency, and emotional reactions. It's called the pause protocol. And for introverts, it's a natural superpower waiting to be activated. If this hits something in you, hit subscribe. This channel is built for the quiet ones who were never taught their own strength. Every video sharpens the blade. Drop the word pause in the comments so I know you're one of us. Every manipulator, whether it's a pushy salesperson, a controlling partner, or a master of guilt, needs one thing from you. They need you to react before you think. They push you to answer right now, in the moment, before your real mind can catch up. They know that a thinking mind is a protected mind, so their entire strategy is to keep you from thinking at all. And the second you pause, even for a breath, the entire spell breaks instantly. This is the introvert's natural gift. You already live in that space between stimulus and response. While others fire back instantly, you reflect. While others get swept up in the heat of the moment, you step back and observe. The greatest strategists, negotiators, and thinkers in history won not by reacting faster, but by reacting slower, on purpose. They understood that whoever controls the pause controls the conversation, and you were born with that pause built in. Most people never realize how many defenses introverts already carry. The first is observation over reaction. While a manipulator is talking, you're not just hearing words. You're reading tone, watching body language, and noticing the small inconsistencies in their story. You catch the things that don't add up, the moments where their words and their energy don't match. That quiet attention is something fast talkers simply cannot do because they're too busy performing. The second defense is emotional containment. You don't broadcast every feeling the moment you have it. And this drives manipulators crazy because manipulation needs a handle to grab onto. They need to see your fear, your guilt, your eagerness to please. But when your face stays calm and your reactions stay quiet, They have nothing to work with. They can't steer emotions. They can't see. Your stillness becomes a wall they cannot climb. The third defense is pattern recognition. Because you reflect on conversations long after they end, you start to notice things. You catch when someone's story changes from one week to the next. You feel it when guilt is being engineered on purpose. You sense when flattery is just a setup for a request. Your mind quietly connects the dots across time, building a map of who people really are. And once you can see the pattern, no one can hide inside it. So, how do you train this shield until it becomes automatic? It starts by learning the 3 triggers that almost every manipulation relies on. The first is urgency. You have to decide right now. The second is guilt. After everything I've done for you. The third is flattery. You're the only one who can help me. The moment you hear any of these, a small alarm should go off in your mind. These 3 triggers are the fingerprints of someone trying to bypass your thinking. The core technique is simple. Pause and name it. When you feel that pressure rising, don't respond yet. Silently, inside your own head, label what's happening. This is urgency. This is guilt. This is flattery. That one act of naming it pulls you out of the emotion and back into your thinking mind. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, the trick has nowhere to hide. And from that calm place, you can respond on your terms, not theirs. Then comes the daily practice that strengthens all of this. Give yourself 20 to 30 minutes a day of quiet reflection. Replay the conversations you had. Look for the moments where you felt pushed, rushed, or subtly steered. Ask yourself, where was I being nudged? What were they really after? You're not doing this to feel bad or to dwell. You're training your mind to spot the patterns in real time. The more you review in the quiet, the faster you'll catch it in the moment. This is how the shield becomes second nature. But there's another layer to protecting yourself, and it's about guarding your mental energy. Manipulation doesn't only come from people. It comes from information too. A constant flood of urgent headlines, loud opinions, and emotional noise is designed to keep you reactive and off balance. And a reactive mind is an easy mind to push. So you need boundaries, not just with people, but with what you let into your head. Learn to observe without absorbing. You can hear what someone says, read what's in front of you, and take in the world around you without letting it instantly become your emotion. When the noise gets loud and urgent, that's exactly when you slow down the most. You don't have to match the energy being thrown at you. You can stay still inside it. The world will always try to rush you. Your power is in refusing to be rushed. This is why silence and solitude matter so much for you. They're not signs that something is wrong with you. They're how you reset. When you step away from the noise, your judgment sharpens, your clarity returns, and you can see the games people play far more easily. The time you spend alone isn't you hiding from the world. It's you sharpening the blade. It's where you reconnect with what you actually think, separate from what everyone else is pushing on you. And the more you live in that clarity, the more something shifts. People who used to be able to push your buttons suddenly can't find them anymore. The guilt trips stop working. The pressure stops landing. The flattery feels obvious instead of flattering. You start moving through the world with a quiet certainty that doesn't need to argue, doesn't need to prove anything, and doesn't need to win the moment. You simply become difficult to move. And there is enormous power in being difficult to move. You don't need to be loud to be untouchable. In a world that mistakes volume for strength and speed for intelligence, your quiet nature is not a weakness anyone can exploit. It's the one thing they can't get past. This brain hack is not about turning you into someone aggressive or cold. It's about recognizing that the defense you needed was inside you the entire time. You just never knew how to use it. The pause was always yours. The observation was always yours. The clarity was always yours. The world may keep trying to rush you, guilt you, and pressure you. That won't stop. But your reaction to it can change completely. When your mind is trained, manipulation stops being a threat and starts being something you can see coming from a mile away. Not through fighting, but through stillness. Not through noise, but through the quiet, unshakable control of a mind that refuses to be hijacked. So here's your challenge. For the next 30 days, practice the pause in just one situation a day. One moment where you feel that pressure, and instead of reacting, you stop, you name it, and you respond on your own terms. Start small, stay consistent, and watch how the people who used to push you suddenly can't anymore. Because you don't need to be the loudest one in the room to be the one no one can control. You just need to activate the quiet power that was always within you, waiting patiently for the day you finally decided to use it.